That's
Yep.
kind of silly. There are 3 people watching.
Okay.
Hello, 3 people. I am 1.
Okay. Can you hear me? Are we centered up good?
Works to me.
Okay. Yep,
we are.
I'm still there.
Okay. Well, the first thing I want to say is prayers for everybody from Minnesota to New York State. I mean, because good Lord, you guys are getting it again right now. It's and I hate to say it, but it was 74 degrees here in Oklahoma today.
It was nice.
It was nice today. Yeah, nice, very, very nice. But I just praying for everybody up there on the East Coast and in the Northeast. You guys be safe.
Yeah.
You know, especially Project Headquarters, one of my favorites.
I wonder if those guys are used to the snow.
Oh yeah, well, I was when I grew up in Wisconsin. It was normal. It was what happened every year. You know, like my aunt come down. You know, Aunt Sharon. You know, she's like, snow, nothing. You know, but down here it's, you know, the apocalypse.
Did you hear about the evacuation, the fire evacuation in Shawnee last night?
Yes, we had a big what would you call that? I don't know, fire, but
wildfire.
Brush fire. Yeah.
I don't know. They were calling a wildfire.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, big brush fire. We had high winds too, and it just spread around. One of the good casinos around the area. Oh, boo.
We're on Indian land, so just drive 5 miles and you find another one.
So you guys, sound off if you can hear us. If the sound is working.
There's only one other person on right now.
Blim, 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 blim.
Blim, 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 blim. Boom, 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 boom. All right, well, I will start out with this episode is sponsored by B&A Engine Works out of Van Buren, Arkansas, which I spent all day Friday filming, and those will be coming out soon. And it's just people. I learned a lot. I learned a ton just sitting back and watching the guys that know what they're doing, what they do. It was really a lot of fun. But I mean, I learned a ton of things I never thought about, you know. And but we got more to do. I got the heads over there today, and so we'll do videos about decking heads and about building heads and what it takes for guides and all that kind of good stuff for the big block. But the crankshaft is finished. The block is line board. The block is cut for 3/1000 under for the size of the pistons. Pistons came in today, and it's also decked. 6/1000 on one side, 8/1000 on the other, and so it's coming along pretty quick. It really is. I mean, once all the holes are honed for each individual piston, then it's putting them on the connecting rods, which are already resized, and then it's after that, then it's a gasket and bearing set.
Let's say it's assembly time.
Yeah, it's assembly time. Then I got to think about what I'm going to do for a cam because I just used my last set of good lifters.
Roller rockers.
Yeah.
Hydraulic roller rockers. There's $600 you'll never get back.
It's going to be a lot more for a big block. It's going to be the cam, lifter, push rods, all that combo. Yeah. And it's a retro kit. So, yeah. So, but it'll be worth it. It'll be worth it. Let's see. Oh, if you guys haven't heard, we're doing a new giveaway. You know, the digital torque wrench. Yep. Just like the last one for the motor. Make a purchase through the t-shirt link and send me an email with the verification for the purchase, and you're in. Already got a couple guys bought a couple things. So, but we'll be pulling the name out of the hat on that one. Second week of March is what we decided. Second week of March. Yep. Lots of opportunity. Every purchase gets you a chance.
Yep.
So and then don't forget Superlink for Summit. That's in everything's in the down below in the description. Yeah, let's see anything else. Let's see. Got my taxes done today. Yeah, that was a good thing. First time ever I'm getting money back from Oklahoma. First time in my working life I'm ever getting money back from Oklahoma.
Really?
First time ever.
I always get money back from Oklahoma.
Well, the building outside, it helped.
Just gonna say.
Yeah. It
There's
helped.
a big old tax deduction.
Yeah, no kidding. And we did go yesterday and got the first big load of electrical supplies for start the wiring on the shop.
No conduit itself, but we got pipes and receptacles and the main box. We got stage one. I like to call it the stage one kit.
Yeah,
it's all the things nobody really thinks about besides the actual wire.
I mean, I'm lucky enough I have a son-in-law that's an electrician. You know, he just made a list and he called this guy, and it was already boxed up waiting for us on the dock when we pulled up. Yeah, that was nice. Yeah, that was nice. But then let's see. Weather's supposed to stay warm down here, but like I said, I'm really praying for you guys up on the Northeast. You guys are getting pummeled again. Okay, so
no offense, better you than me.
Yeah, he grew up in Oklahoma. He's been in Wisconsin once when he was a kid. Do you guys have any questions? Any engine stuff? Do you guys have any questions about anything?
Baller says, evening all.
Evening.
Exit says, what's up, gentlemen?
Not
Saw
much.
the new t-shirt. I'm going to need one in a short sleeve and long sleeve and work shirt. LOL. Missed last week's live. Just couldn't make it, but I didn't listen to the replay. And I said, the Hot Rod shirt, we have a few new ones. Let me know which one, and I'll get Presley on it.
All you got to do is, if you click one, everything that's scrolling underneath, if you click one, it'll take you right to the store. There should also be a link for the store in the description. You can see all of Presley's new stuff. She's coming up with some really cool ideas. She's got them juices flowing out of her brain for t-shirt designs and stuff like that. She's really knocking some home runs out. There's some really cool ones. I mean, I still like my classic vintage, but
I was gonna say that's an originator.
I know this is one made by a friend local, but this one is available on the thing. But the new ones are all there, and they're all showing. So you just scroll or go to the main link, and you can pick whatever you want. And each individual purchase, doesn't matter whether it's 1, 3, 10, or 20, gets you that many chances to win the torque wrench. And the plus on this thing is I can ship this, so I can put it in a box and I can send it to you no matter where you are. Yeah. We said North America.
Yeah. Which North American continent,
which means USA and Canada.
Yep. All our brothers up north, don't you know?
Yeah, I know. No, yeah.
Thori.
Yep.
Thori.
Exit says he did listen to the replay. Sorry. And then Jason Oxley says, "Evening, gentlemen. Why does everybody assume it's all guys? I'm offended."
No, I thought your name was Presley.
What's up, man? How's it going, bro?
See what I have to put up with? I mean, for being a daughter-in-law, she's more than a daughter than anything. She fits right in. She loves sending grandpa zingers.
Well, she grew up in a Marine household.
Yeah. I know, but she loves sending me zingers.
Exit says, got my old 74 C10 up and running over the weekend, but I didn't bother rebuilding the C100 Edelbrock, and it flooded out. Yeah. So it's coming off this afternoon for a cleanup and rebuild.
Yeah. Very good. Very good. Yeah, when Edelbrocks, any of them, when they all sit, they get very ticklish.
Speaking of letting sit, tell them about Bamalam.
Yeah, I went. I opened up the garage to dump out all that electrical stuff and get it in the garage, and Bamalam sprung a leak. Just a big ass puddle of gas for no reason whatsoever. I think a rat or something got in there. Had to be, because it ain't leaked a drop in 3 months, and then all of a sudden it's leaking gas. I mean, a puddle like this. You know, where you can see where what was leaking already evaporated. You know, I don't know. I'll have to get underneath there and look at it. But just spring a leak.
She's pissed.
Sitting.
She's
mad at me for not. Yeah. I've been starting her up.
Starting her up and driving her.
Well, Bama needs the front of the alignment real bad. Oh, that's the good news. Yes, we have made a deal. We just got to hash out the rules. I have talked the owner of the local drag strip into a vintage street car tire class. Vintage, which means this was his idea. 92 and older only. No new stuff, no nothing. Naturally aspirated, can't. It's street tires, no slicks, no drag radials. If it wasn't originally available to be ordered from the factory, you can't run the motor, which means no LS or Coyote swaps in Mustangs. Shit like that. Naturally aspirated, no power adders, tagged, working seatbelts, headlights, and taillights. It's got to be street legal. No modified frame rails, no modified anything, all steel except for the hood. And what was the last thing?
Talks about 4-link.
Seatbelts, headlights, taillights are required.
Are required, yeah. Seatbelts, headlights, taillights are required.
You got the list over there.
Oh, yeah,
read it off it.
1992 or older, only engines available from factory, no LS or Coyote swaps. Naturally aspirated only, no nitrous or turbos.
Or superchargers of any kind.
Okay, yeah. His handwriting's like chicken scratch, guys. Excuse me. Factory frame and suspension only. Again, chicken scratch.
Ladder bars, slapper bars, cow tracks, and shock changes only. Mm-hmm. No ladder bars, no 4-links.
Yep.
Nothing like that.
Current tags, all steel fiberglass hood only. No slicks or drag radials, 300 or more wear rating.
Tire wear rating.
Foot brake only, no trans brake, no line brakes.
There it is. No line locks.
Yeah, no line locks.
MSD gal allowed, nothing else.
Yep, MSD allowed, nothing else.
And then seatbelts, headlights, taillights are required.
And I sent that all to him today, and he's always busy. So Mark, which is the owner of the track, he said he'll do it over, and I told him to look it over, see what he thinks, and add anything he thinks. But he's into it. The only thing he doesn't like, he said he's tried to run one of those last year, but everybody just blew his internet up because they wanted to say, well, I have everything but this, and I've got everything matches but that. And Mark is a very black and white kind of guy. When you run a drag strip, you got to be. It's either yes or no. It's in the rules. If you break the rules, you're gone. And there's a lot of aggravating. And he said he didn't want the BS from the internet. And I said, well, that's what my job is for. I'm the one that's going to be sponsoring it. I'm the one that's going to be promoting it, and see if we can get some butts in the seats, because I know there's got to be 100 of us guys my age that's got a hot rod that's collecting dust that they'd love to get it out and play a little bit, but they know they can't compete with a turbo or a supercharger or nitrous. They just and they don't want to, spend the money to turn their street car into a race car, Yeah. So this is an opportunity that just kind of closes the doors to all the street racer guys and just let a bunch of old guys just get together and have some fun. And the other thing is that I'm hoping to schedule it every 2 months or every 6 weeks. That way, if you blow a tire or if you crack a drive shaft or you do whatever, you've got plenty of time to be able to fix it to come out for the next meet. Right. And so you're not you blow it up on Saturday and you got to be back running again on the next Saturday. That ain't no fun when you get older. So it gives everybody time. It's not in, if you guys ever been in the drag strip and running runs, it over time it becomes a family. I mean, we run a circuit for 6 years, and it was every weekend it was the same people. Same kids he played with, same kids Trisha played with, same people I talked to. All of us stayed in the same hotel because we all sat around in the pool talking to each other. It was great. It was a lot of fun, except for August in Texas.
August in Texas
sucked. Yeah, and that's the other thing. I think I'm not going to run July or August. I think we're going to take a break in the summer, come back late August. 1st of September when everything starts cooling off, because I don't have any. wants to be out there in the middle of July and August.
Or cold.
Yeah. So.
Okay. Are you guys done talking?
Yeah, we're done talking.
Okay. He's the one talking.
I know. Okay, let's see. Baller says, yeah, boys, sending stuff north, haha.
Yeah.
And then Michael says, hello, Uncle Buck and Kenny and Miss Presley.
Hello to the Scantlins. Hello to the Scantlins.
Exit says it's been sitting for 8 years. Lol.
Yeah.
And then Jason says, where do I start to line up all the gaps on a square body? Doors first, don't answer yet. Dave's here, and Dave said 92 vintage needs to be 82 and older, LOL. Baller says he agrees with Dave. And then Red is here, and he said, hey, Uncle Buck, Red is here. And then
Hey,
Baller
Red.
says, awesome on track.
Yep.
And Red says, my dad started out on Don Garlett's.
Don Garlett's.
Shirley.
Moldani.
There you go. Anyway, so Jason's question, where do I start to line up all the gaps on a square body? Doors first?
Yes. Doors first, then fenders, then hood. That's the way I do it. Because you got to set your gap for the cab, and you got to mess with the bed. Once you get that, then you work to the rear cab edges. Then you put your fenders on. Then you put your hood on. And then once everything kind of sits right, then you start cinching things down. Yep. But you start from the back of the cab and move forward. Best way to go. And that's basically with anything. That's cars, everything. Start quarter panels and move forward. Doors. Rear quarter panel. Yeah.
Red says that he ran rails with them in KC.
Nice. Very nice.
And
that was back in the day. In Mocan, in the drag strip in Mocan, Don Garlett's record is still on the wall for Top Fuel. Last Top Fuel race they run there, he still has a record at Mocan in Missouri.
I remember you telling me that when I was a kid, and I was like, who's that? And then I got older, and I was like, oh, that's who that is.
He's still alive.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's in his 90s now. Looks great.
Can't beat time.
Smikester says, hey, UB, I have a 91 Camaro with a 305. I'd love to put a 350 in, and I am on a budget. My biggest question is, how can I pick out a good core for a 350? Any tips on what to avoid or red flags to look for?
Last 4 digits on the block is 0010. Can't go wrong. They are from the 70s, and they have a higher they're a stronger block. The newer ones have a higher nickel content, which makes them a little weaker. That'd be the good core. Go to a junkyard or ask around. Go on Marketplace, or go on Marketplace and see if someone has one. Because of this, I get told about honey holes all over the place. Yeah. If I went and bought everything I get told about, I'd already have that new shop full of just engines. There wouldn't be any walking space in it because they made millions of them, but your best, what I look for is a 0010 block. And, but that doesn't mean it's a 4-bolt or a 2-bolt. When you're just doing what for fun, it doesn't matter what you do. Yeah. It doesn't matter. Just a 0010 block. That's a great starting point, especially if you can get it with a set of heads, because it'll 9 times out of 10 have 882 heads on it, which are great for the street.
Yeah.
Okay. So Jason said thank you. Red says, yep, that's where they was at in Florida. Big Daddy Don Garlett's.
Yep, Big Daddy Don Garlett's. Yep.
And then VN8272 says, thank you, old timer, for your knowledge. I just found your video explaining how to set up a carburetor holes and vacuum holes. Mm-hmm. You got a new subscriber and a fan. Took me 50 videos on YouTube to find you. Then Smikester says, thanks so much. Jason says, how's the shop coming? And you got a $2 donation from VN8272.
Thank you so very, very much. I appreciate that so much. Shop is coming along. Like I said, we got the big, huge load of electrical supplies yesterday. I have a friend of mine coming by the office tomorrow. He's a handyman around the area, and I'm going to get him to give me his sweet little spot to where he gets his lumber cheap. Haven't had a lot of luck finding, old lumber and stuff. But I have an idea what we're going to do. It may not be all distressed lumber, but it's going to be some in the mix. But yeah, that's going to be getting at least 8 foot of the walls up so we can get all the conduit and everything run for the electric. And
I think that's going to be the biggest problem for the shop is the filler.
Because I got to kind of frame it, on 4-foot centers because it's on 5-foot centers right now. So I got to frame inside the frames with some wood and some 2x, not 2x4s, 2x2s, so that I have something to hook it to for the OBS.
Yeah.
OSB. I'm gonna go 3/8 or 7/16 for like the first 2 bottom runs, and then do some accents on that top run, and then I'll do. But yeah, that's starting this weekend. Once I talk to Ernest tomorrow, and see where he goes to get his lumber, because he finds it cheap. So, but I also been going to like Lowe's and Home Depot and stuff, and finding their blemish stuff and buying. I bought 20 pieces for like $18 Saturday. Yeah, I mean, but it's like you got to go. There's lots of people that do that, so you got to kind of like sneak in there Sunday night. I was gonna go Sunday night, but Super Bowl, got about Super Bowl watch. Yeah, but I think I'm gonna start making Sunday afternoon runs to Lowe's and Home Depot and Jaeger's Hardware and see if I can buy a bunch of blemish stuff. Because I'm filling in the 2-foot sections, the 3-foot sections with that, but the plywood is going to be the main bulk of 3 walls, and then I got to make her office look pretty. So, and we got to start working on the mezzanine. Good
Lord, yeah.
Yeah. That's gonna be easy, but I mean, like.
Yeah, well, it's time.
Yeah, it's time. I'm not expecting for. I'm trying now. Right now. I got a lift company that's looking at my my media packet to see if we can actually have a sponsor for a lift. So I was going to call them tomorrow and touch base with them. Because I called them last Wednesday because I turned it in on Friday. I called them on Wednesday and said, well, the owner has been out of the country and the guy that's supposed to check all that's wearing 6 different hats right now, and he's running out like a chicken with a head cut off. Call us next week. And so I thought I'd wait till tomorrow and give them a call and get a heads up, get in touch with them. But
for some reason I thought today was Wednesday. Until we did the live, and then I was like, oh my god, it's Tuesday.
Yeah, I've been hooking and booking and cooking. I mean, this whole weekend I got a bunch of stuff done, and yesterday got a ton done, and just basically clicking off the boxes and trying to get everything straightened out so I can get my head down and spend a bunch of time in the garage, in the new shop, and get that up and running, get that. But no, it's not going to be like in a couple of days we'll be done. It's going to be like, I'm hoping to have it where you could get it cooled down for the summer, especially if we get a lift in anytime soon. Yeah. Because that lift is going to use a bunch.
I think it's going to suck.
In the summer?
No, getting it in. It's going to suck.
Red says, before Don lost his foot.
Oh, so that was a long time ago.
I was going to say,
that was the 60s. What? No, wait a minute. Was it late 60s or early 70s when he had the accident and he moved the engine to the back? Because before that, everybody was running front engine dragsters.
Miss Judy's here, and she says, hi, Grant and Kenny, and also hi, Presley.
Hi, Miss Judy.
Hi, Miss Judy.
Exit says, hey, Buck Jr., Where's that electrical fan hookup video? I want to run 2 10-inch fans with relays and fan controller on my 85 C10. No disrespect to the classic fan clutch setup.
Yes, Cam.
Well, I'm the classic fan clutch setup guy.
He's the one that's supposed to schedule it.
Supposed to schedule what?
The
wiring thing?
Jason says maple syrup season starts soon. Ready for some more? Yes, he is. He is. I discovered this has nothing to do with auto parts or anything car related, but I made a Dutch baby this weekend.
Oh,
and it was so good.
Oh yes, it's like a pancake waffle thing. So good.
Yes.
A Dutch baby?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's literally what it's called. Look it up. It's so good. And it's so easy to make. I think you made it in like 5 minutes.
Yeah.
5-10 minutes.
Michael said, Thomas said you could have come to the gun show since you were at Lowe's, since you went to Lowe's.
That's right. Oh, man. We missed the gun show.
The big one. The hanging judge.
Yeah. And then
the hanging judge.
Crazy Willie says, dang, I'm late. And Luckett.
Better late than never.
Or Luke T. Whatever, says prepping my first engine rebuild, bought a 1985 Z21T8, new pistons, 0.30 over.
30 over, yep.
Comp thumper cam, new lifter rods and valve springs, has 2.02 heads. 202 what heads. Carb should I get?
30 over, 600. Vacuum secondary. Yeah. And if you want to go, and it'll handle a 750 vacuum secondary. But if you're running on the street, I always recommend a vacuum secondary. Yeah. At least a 600. You'll be with that much with a big thumper cam in it and the 202 heads. I think you'd be happier with the 750 vacuum secondary like I have on Bamalam. Yeah, it just because that's the great thing about vacuum secondary. It doesn't pull on it until it needs it. It's more economical on gas mileage, because I know we don't build hot rods for gas mileage, but I mean, I think you'll be happy with a 750 vacuum secondary.
Luke says need an electrical fan video too. And Red says I was born in 73 and Itty was a little before that. Yeah. Yes. They ran front engine. Yeah. Crazy Willie says, son in Washington State, I get to go outside and work on the Chevy.
That's always a plus. Yeah, that's the whole reason why that rear engine thing came up, because he lost half his foot in a bell housing blow up, because they were right there. So, I mean, I get that. I mean, he's like, F this. I'm not losing any more body parts. Yeah. I'm putting it behind me.
Yeah. As far as like the electrical wiring stuff, we'll do a video.
It's gonna be a while.
Yeah, we'll do a video on it, or we'll make a short of it or something.
Because I'm so old school, I still do still do clutch fans and shrouds.
I was gonna say, it doesn't take. It's not much to explain, but I know how hard it is to find like a wiring example from somebody that understands it.
Yeah, because like even on like Power Nation and all that kind of good biz, they just kind of like haze over it. They don't really go in depth of exactly step by step how to do it.
Yeah.
They just say, well, we put an electric fan on it, we use this and that, and it's all clicked up, and they just show a clicker and then you're done. And you're like, come on, information.
Yeah.
I mean, you got an unlimited budget. Slow down a little bit. Talk about it.
Yeah. So, but we'll do like a reel on it, just kind of talking about it. We'll put it out there one of these days. Probably this weekend. We'll be in the garage anyway. So
yeah, we got to do Mom's brakes.
Yeah. So
that's supposed to have come in today.
Ooh.
I'm gonna check the shipping on that.
The cursed heck you. The cursed heck you. If you don't know what that is, thank God. I wish I didn't know what one of those was.
Yeah, on the wife's edge, we had the ABS control module. The block went out because apparently they used some weird metal inside of them, and brake fluid actually deteriorates the seals. So it's not, the ABS block is not working, so I had to get a new one. Come to find out, the part's discontinued. Come to find out that the recall on it's so old, the recall has been discontinued. Come to find out that you have to get reman parts instead of a brand new part because they're not available. So
sad.
Yep. So we got a remand one. Supposed to have been here today. Yep. I'll probably show up tomorrow. But yep. So we got to change that block out in Mom's car so she can drive her car again. Even though she works at home, she says, I want my car back. So
About to have to buy a new intake if I keep breaking off.
yeah.
nipples.
Yeah.
I was doing an oil change on my truck. I put a catch can on it, and I routed the catch can for the PCV valve.
And it's old enough it got brittle.
It's old enough. It was so brittle that when I went to take the PCV hose off of the intake, it snapped clean off.
Crumble.
And it crumbled in my hands, and I was like, oh, sick. So I found 3/4 inch pipe, shoved it over the nipple, or shoved it over the stud that the nipple comes out of, and put a hose clamp on it, and sent her down the road.
For now.
Roy says, last week a family friend gave me a set of humper heads, 65-327. I'm not sure what to do with them yet.
Yeah.
And then Michael asked, what is the name of the drag strip?
Will Say's Outlaw Drag Strip in Salsa. Just WILLSEY''S. Will Say's Outlaw Drag Strip in Salsa. It's on Facebook. You can look it up. They also have a website, I believe. Well, you're better off looking at it on Facebook. The double hump heads are the 6327 double hump heads are fine. They're great. You need to get them rebuilt, and you can use them. I mean, nothing says performance more for an old car guy than popping a hood and seeing that little double hump on the end of the head. Depends on what you put it in though, because the 60s model stuff, they didn't come with any accessory bolt holes.
No.
So like a 70s model alternator assembly won't work because that's nothing bolted to the head. And power steering has an issue because there's nothing bolted to the head. So I mean, if you're
it's just a bunch of figuring out what works.
Yeah. It's when you swap those kind of heads, you're not just talking about just the heads. You're also talking about all your accessories on the front of the engine. You're gonna have to do some creative stuff, or spend a lot of money on brackets.
Yeah.
John Wilburn just posted eyes. Red says, real quick, I ordered a shirt last Tuesday. How long do they take to ship it?
Well, I ordered samples of the new ones about 5 days before you ordered yours. And I just got the email today saying that they're on their way. So, and it usually takes about 3 days for them to show up. So I would say you're probably going to get yours probably about this time next week.
Yeah.
They're getting better. COVID kind of kicked them into boo-boo and that company, but they've gotten better. They've
It used to take them
forever,
like a couple of months, and now you can order it.
It's a couple of weeks.
Yeah, it's a couple of weeks. I mean,
so I'd almost bet you have it sometime next week.
Yeah.
Because mine are on the way right now, so I should have them by Friday. You should have yours next week.
Baller says, that's why this channel is best, because you keep it simple for stupid me. Whether it's electric fans or head rebuilds. Also, keep mom happy. Then Exit says, of all the horsepower TV shows, Stacey David, I think, was the most genuine. I hated how some of the shows made everything look so easy. They never showed laying outside in the cold, mud, snow, heat. Baller said, can you put 327 heads on a 350?
Absolutely.
Advantage, disadvantage, other than mounting holes?
No other disadvantage. Now, flat tops, it's going to be a smaller combustion chamber, which means you're going to have a little bit more compression ratio, which means that you just might have to retard the timing a degree or two to run pump gas in it. But there's nothing wrong with those heads.
Mm-mm.
No, there's nothing wrong with those heads.
there's a lot of guys, at least as far back as I can remember, is they would prefer 327 heads on a 350.
Okay, the only difference between a 327 and a 350 is the length of the rods.
Yeah.
It's the same hole, same crank, and the length of the rods. It's just a shorter stroke. That's the only difference between a 327 and a 350. Matter of fact, my first engine I built a 350 with a 327 block because everything fits. There's no clearance in there, nothing. I had a set of 350 rods that made a 350. Well, it's a 358 because it was 60 over because it had already been bored 30. And yeah, yeah. There's no difference in them besides just a little bit of cubic inches.
Yeah.
Red says thank you, and Roy says thinking about electric power steering, electric water pump, and a driveline mounted alternator. ALT. I've always wanted to do just a balancer on the front, or maybe low mounted alt.
Oh,
he's the one that said a family friend gave him the humper heads.
Yeah.
And he's not sure what to do with them. And then he says he's thinking about the electric power steering, electric water pump.
I'm not a big fan of electric power steering. That's one of those pumps that needs a lot of torque to work right. That got to come off the engine. Unless you want to just replace the box and go to a manual box. But electric, they make electric water pumps. Yeah.
They make electric power steering now.
I know, but
well, that's the thing is he's talking about his design, not your design.
Okay,
his design, which I can relate to, because if you think about it, all those pulleys on the front end of the motor is pulling the power.
Yeah, it's costing horsepower.
It's costing horsepower.
Yeah, that's why.
So if he wants to just run a straight balancer on the front, I mean, it can be done.
Yeah, it can be done. I mean, the whole just behind the alternator run off the drive shaft. That's for moving the weight to the back above, right above the tires. And that's why battery in the trunk. That's why to move weight from the front to the back to get better traction off the tires. Yeah, I get that. I mean, but just
that would
if they want to do that, that's fine. It's just not my thing. If I want to take stuff off the front, then I'm just going to go, instead of an electric power steering pump, I'm going to go with a manual box. And then the alternator is going to have a big pulley on it to slow it down a little bit so it isn't drawing as much power. And then if it have to be, then it running straight off the crank, like where the power steering pump should be. And then an electric water pump. So you took 2 out of 3 out of the mix, frees up 30, 40 horsepower, and everything still works. Draggers have been doing that for decades. Let's go. Hey, buddy.
Dave says rods same length, pin height different on the pistons to accommodate the shorter stroke crank.
I was going to say center to center is a little different.
I'm glad Dave comes here. He keeps me straight. Roscoe, quit.
And then Roy says, I like you guys. Where could we have a meal together?
Vegas.
And then
I'm trying to make a deal with Four Queens to get you guys a code to see, try to get you guys a code to get you guys a break on the cost for the hotel room. Because, I'm going to SEMA. We're going to SEMA. Yep.
I just want you to know, every time you say SEMA, I can make a very inappropriate joke, but I keep it in my head.
She loves to embarrass me.
Red says, can you explain what it actually means to have your engine bored over? My 77 K10 has a 350 in it is supposed to be bored over 40.
Okay, 40 thousandths. Okay. So whenever in the older engines, they made the rings really tight, and over time, they cut gouges into the cylinders, right? Made them out of shape, made them, had a ridge in the top. Yeah. Okay. So it actually ate cylinders up. All right. What they do is they use a boring machine and they open it up 30 thousandths, 40 thousandths bigger to put an oversized piston in. The same thing that's happening right now with the big block at the machine shop. Because it was already punched 30 thousandths over bore, we're going 60 because that's about how much it's going to take to clean it up, because it sat for a little while. It had some water in the cylinders, so you got to get that up. And 30 thousandths, when you're cutting it on the cylinders, is about that much. It's about 4 sheets of paper. That's all the amount of material that's coming out. People think that it sounds like a big number because it says thousandths, but that's in tens of thousandths of an inch. So it's 4 sheets of paper. It's 30 thousandths they're taking out of the cylinder holes in that big block to go 60 over. So 30 thousandths in a 4-inch bore is about 3 sheets of paper. That's all the more material. It's just cleaning the cylinders and making them exactly perfectly round again. That's an overbore.
The way that
Is it for combustion then?
No, it's just to make it
literally for symmetric.
And
You're making the
Pistons,
piston
right?
journals square and straight.
Yeah, making the cylinders square and straight and making it where they'll seal again. Because once they get that much wear in them, say 10 thousandths, 12 thousandths from the rings, spending 100,000 miles going up and down, then they don't seal anymore. And you get blow by and, the blue smoke coming out the tailpipe, the whole 9 yards. That's an overbore. It doesn't have anything with compression ratio. Unless you decide to put that type of piston in, which is a whole nother conversation. But if you just go a stock replacement piston, you're just making the holes round and straight again, all the cylinders, so that it'll seal and it'll have good combustion and no blow by, and it won't smoke.
Red says, okay, so it is a good thing.
It's a good thing. Yeah.
Yes. Very good thing. And a lot of times, I don't know if Santana does it, but I have been watching a lot of like older machining because I'm like really interested in that kind of stuff. They'll actually, when you take the head off and on the head surface, they'll stamp it, whatever it's.
Look. It's flashing red.
Mine's working.
Well, good for you.
I think that means it's dying.
Do I just push the power button?
If it's flashing red, it means it's you might use that cord and plug it in
The white
for
one?
the computer. Yeah. And I don't know if it'll work when it's plugged in, but that's what it is.
It's dying.
It's a solid red now.
Yeah. Can you speak? Guys, can you hear Presley talking?
I knew you were going to do it. Eventually.
Okay. Roy says, you guys don't miss nothing. I love it. Subscribe. And then he said, hell yeah, brother.
Hell yeah, bro.
Okay, good.
He said 358.
358, 60 over 350. Yep.
Anyways, like I was saying, a lot of machine shops, they'll stamp the block.
Well, most will stamp like the crank if it's been underturned.
Yeah, they'll
Do what?
It locked me.
Oh, okay. Yep. I need to.
Wait, she's uncensored now. We're in trouble.
Trouble.
Roy says, do you guys know if GM ever used screw-in studs from factory? I'm the guy with heads.
No.
Yeah, they did. On the double hump heads are screw-in studs from the factory because of the high lift solid cam that came with them.
That's right.
Yep. And all big blocks come because they have such large lift numbers and big valves. They all come with screw-in studs.
Yeah,
all big blocks do. But yeah, there's several different years that has screw-in studs from the factory, especially if they had a solid lift cam in them.
What's up, babe?
Judy says, question for John, since you shared with all of us last week, has he pooped you? Yes, he has.
She just got done changing them.
Quite often today. Thank you for asking.
Oh, damn.
Everybody thought that was funny last week. I pooped.
And then Altering says, what's a good carb for a low horsepower, high torque off-road SBC?
600 vacuum secondary. 600 low torque. You're not dealing with, if you're for pulling power, you need something smaller with more. That's what I would run.
Yeah.
Or you could go Edelbrock, you could go Quadrajet, you could do it, but I wouldn't go big carb because you're not doing a lot. You're not doing RPMs.
Well, it depends. Like if you're just messing around and you want RPMs.
Well, he said low end.
Well, no, he said off road.
Yeah, low end torque for off road.
Yeah.
No. What is a good carb for a low horsepower, high torque off road square body Chevy?
600 anything. Yeah.
600.
Edelbrock, Quadrajet.
Rock crawling with a manual.
You are a brave man. I hope your left leg is super strong.
Yeah, no kidding.
Oh my God. Jesus. That
I would still go 600.
Who hurt you? Who hurt you? That's what I want to know. I went wheeling one time in a manual. Let me tell you, my leg was tired within 10 minutes. Anyways, rock crawling. Yes, 600.
LS motor?
600 vacuum secondary is plenty, especially in a standard. Plenty.
Well, I'd almost go a 600 or 650 double pumper actually for a rock crawler if you want some. But the most rock crawlers, if they're doing rock crawling, they're doing fuel injection because it doesn't matter how much you twist and turn. It doesn't, because you're dealing with fuel bowls no matter what you're using.
Yeah, you're gonna
slosh and getting off the jets and stuff. So most time they go fuel injected. I mean, they do.
Well, and there's a lot of guys that they like to stay true.
Yeah.
To that kind of stuff.
But but whatever you do, if you can get jet extension tubes, like on a Holly, you can get jet extension tubes, which means that instead of the jets sticking out that far, they stick out that far, farther in the bowl, where maybe your slosh is not affected so much.
He says, put it in 4 low, it'll be fine. Putting a SBC in a 90s 4Runner.
Whoa.
Yes. I like it.
He's got his own YouTube channel, actually.
Does he?
Yeah.
Wow. In a 4Runner.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Power to weight ratio.
Yeah. No kidding. Yeah, no kidding.
Yeah. I love it. I love it. 90s 4Runner with a small block. Love it. That would be sweet. I gotta see photos of it. You gotta send us photos of it when it's done.
Michael says, Thomas said Mrs. Buck and Presley should do a new YouTube channel called Cooking with Uncle Buck's Wife and Buck.
Didn't you talk about that 5 years ago?
Yeah, I could get it. Christina doesn't want to get in front of the camera. She just doesn't. She's not comfortable. She's that person that always takes pictures of everybody else. She doesn't want to be in front of the camera.
I'm only on 33, so nothing crazy, but I think I could make it work for what I do.
Oh, yeah.
I make 180
Minnie, go lay down.
per pound currently and 150 horsepower. Instead of changing the gears, I'd rather just double the torque.
I still think I'm falling more in love with Dad's idea to just either do jet extensions or a go EFI from the
because when
the twisting and turning,
you get past a certain point.
Yeah.
The carburetor, whatever carburetor you use is going to be limited. It's going to starve itself. It's going to hit a point or an angle where it's going to, the fuel is not going to get where it needs to go.
It's going to hate its life.
Yeah, it's going to hate its life.
But
even if you're going slow.
Yeah, but I mean, if you're committed to the carburetor thing, 650 double pumper, maybe a 600 with a vacuum secondary. Maybe
just because I'm a Holly guy, because with a double pumper, you're dealing with both bowls on both ends, which will help because you'll at least have one that'll be pushing fuel.
Yeah.
You know, it's just
Yeah.
that's a tough one. That would be one that would stump me a little bit to try to figure out exactly what combo would work best on that one. I would have to get out there and play with it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, too. I mean, you're more of the drag guy, and I'm more of the. If it's got wheels and a steering wheel, I kind of like it.
Exit says, my goal this year is to finish my 2 C10 trucks. What I have coming up, a 66 Ford LTD. I have a FE 390 already machined and a C6 Trans, but the heads were stolen.
Oh.
Wow.
Says, I'll give it a try. If it sucks, literally, I'll put a sniper on it.
Okay. No, I had an old Ford truck that my father-in-law gave us. You know, it had a 390 FE in it. It ran on 7 cylinders for a decade. It had a dead cylinder. The rings, I never rebuilt it. The rings were bad on 1 cylinder, and I ran it that way for 7 years. I ran 10 years, and it was a great engine. I mean, FE engines. Oh God, Lord help you when it comes to the intake. My brother-in-law rebuilt. Uncle Ralph built one of those one on the farm, and I think he told me the intake alone weighed 120 pounds.
I believe it,
because it's a split head design. The intake is part of the head. The push rods go through the intake, and then it sandwiches on the head like this, and then a head gasket underneath it, and it's like this wide and this big, and it's nothing but cast iron. But they are tough engines. Tough engines. Like I said, I ran 7 cylinders for 10 years. Drove back and forth work every day. Never give me a problem. Never let me down. Never left me stranded. Get it hot. Put some water in it. Run out of oil. Put some oil in it. It was Timex.
Offering says center hung floats are supposed to help. Would you know why?
Because of the slosh.
Yeah.
Okay. Think about a snow globe, and you go this, and you shake it, and all that. It's the same thing in a carburetor. It isn't a closed system that's got 60 pounds of pressure behind it pushing on injectors. It's sitting, relying on gravity for it to work, and gravity and vacuum. So if you tilt it enough, it's going to mess with it.
Yeah,
it's going to be problematic.
Yeah, that's why a lot of those guys will just swap to
straight fuel injection.
Yeah, straight fuel injection.
Because it doesn't matter, even if it's up to down, it'll still run. That injector is still going to shoot gas because it's got 60 pounds of pressure behind it. It's going to get to there and it's going to shoot in that cylinder. But carburetors ain't like that. The carburetors are like 7 pounds, not 60. Yeah. And whenever you start jostling them around, they start acting silly.
Yeah.
Exit says, I'm so tempted to run a 660 4L80 combo in the 66 LTD, which I think would be freaking cool. We're just going to say the intake is like 150 pounds. And yes, my favorite Ford motor other than a Windsor.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that's one of those trucks, and even though it was a gift and I didn't really want it, it was a nice truck. I mean, everything on it worked. Even the cargo light, when you pulled it on the dash, the little red light came on the pull tab, and the cargo light, yeah, to let you know it was turned on. It was slick. It really was a nice truck. Went through 4 different types of mufflers until I found the one that sounded the best.
I think that was just nope. I did that. Ever rebuilt a 6-cylinder? I rebuilt a 230 for a 63 Bel Air on my channel.
Haven't rebuilt one, but I've stabbed a couple 300s Fords. That's the straight 300 Ford. That's another one of those like the FE engines. That is bulletproof. run them in the dirt, throw dirt in the valve cover, run them out of water, run them out of oil. Doesn't matter. Run it till it's smoking hot and you can hear it sizzling when you put water in it, and it'll still get up and run the next day. I mean, them straight six Ford and Chevy straight sixes, good motors. They just don't make a lot of power. I did see something. Didn't Power Nation do like a turbo on one of those or something? Yeah. I don't know if they did a 300. I don't know if they did a Ford or did a Chevy, but they're basically the same. Yeah. But I mean, yeah. There's been some good designs.
Yeah. I think like one of my top 3 motors is like another bulletproof motor for me is the 4.0, so the Jeeps.
Yeah.
Those listen, you talk shit, them 4.0s, man. They will keep chugging.
Well, yeah, I'm sure. Yeah. Not the new ones though, but the old ones, yeah.
Yeah, no. I'm talking like early 2000s.
Mm-hmm. Like the stuff Josh runs.
Yeah.
Actually, the first straight 6 would be my favorite. LOL. Kind of hard to pick one. Then All-Terrain says Fords are my favorite.
Yeah.
And Roy says, I haven't been in the 4x4 world for a while. Didn't there used to be an Edelbrock with spring-loaded floats? And Edward said Ford straight 6. And All-Terrain says, Jeeps sound nice and make good power as well. They make an aluminum head for them. Roy says, it costs a lot to make power with online sales.
Yeah. Yes. What's it like on the movie Mad Max? Speed is just a question of money.
Yeah.
Power is just a question of money. Yeah, it really is.
But there is never the golden rule of power. There's no replacement for displacement.
That's true. That's why we build in a full 50.
Oh, fuck that. Screw that.
Naughty.
Yeah, G-rated around here.
PG-13.
Let's see. Well, no, not a 454. Since it's going to be 60 over, it's going to be a 468, 465, something like that. So it's going to be a little bit bigger.
It's going to be a big girl.
Yep. And I come across a set of, I had them in the closet. Don't know. I think I got it from Uncle Dave. But there are a set of 1966 427 closed chamber heads, which means with the big valves in them, which means that, I mean, that's home run. I mean, when I took them to Santana today at B&A Interworks out of Van Buren, Arkansas. Yeah, there's the same as Plug. The head guy, the guy that does all her heads, he's like, do you realize what you have here, right? So this is like 1 year production, 427 heads, 396, 427 heads from 66. He said, these are like gold. I don't even remember the casting number. He says, he spotted them right off. He says, you don't find these anywhere. So they're being tanked and they're going to get magnafluxed, make sure they're not cracked. And then they're getting decked and they're getting the full job. We're not going to go stainless valves. We're going to go stock valves and everything because Santana thinks she's got a couple of boxes of old stock stuff. And so, yeah, we're going to go through the whole process of building them heads. But yeah, he spotted them right off. Yeah, he was like, these are special. So, okay, we're going to go flat top pistons with the 66 model set of heads. We're going to have a lot of fun with that.
It says I would absolutely love to build a Chevy 292, cam it, turbo it, and run it in a C10 with a 4-speed. It would kill it.
That sounds fun.
That sounds fun.
All-Terrain says yes, the ABS to off-road.
Yep.
Roy says, how fast do you want to go? And it says, Buck Jr. is right on the Jeep 4.0. Absolutely bulletproof. When Jeep went to the world engine Pentastar, 3.5, 3.6, jump.
If you guys, I found this out the other day because I wasn't a big Jeep guy or anything. Like I want a Jeep, but like I want like a Jeep with a standard. And all that. But I was working on a was that a 300, a Chrysler 300, had a 3.6 in it, and I swore up and down. First middle part motor I ever worked on. Swore up and down that had a rear main leak. And I go to pull the rear main, and I just happened to look up, and it was coming off the top of the bell housing. I was like, that's not a rear main. What is that? Guy across from me, Match Tech, he was like, check the filter housing. Those things are so bad about the filter housing failing, the gasket on the filter housing failing, that they put a weep hole in the backside of the block to let it weep out in the valley. What in the world? Yeah, those 3.6s are crap, junk.
All-Terrain says 427 made over 500 horsepower, but GM had to say it was less, maybe for insurance companies.
Exactly.
And Dave says the other set of heads on the 396 you have here are the same head.
Oh, so I got 2 sets.
Oh.
All-Terrain says get a X. I don't know what an XJ is, but I know what an XJ is. All-Terrain says get an XJ 405 speed.
Oh, yes. Yes.
And
Roscoe, go lay down.
Exit
Lay
says,
about.
Buck Jr., consider yourself lucky you never had to work on a Chrysler PT Cruiser.
That's
Funny
crazy.
story.
No, we did. Funny story.
No, I did.
We had one given to us, and so we spent a little money to get it running, and we sold it last year. Yep. And yeah, that wasn't a fun experience.
It was fun for me.
Uh,
Just because I like to learn how things work and how to work on things. So, like I said, like you're more of the hot rodder type thing. Mine's
Yeah.
if it's got a steering wheel and wheels or handlebars and wheels, I'm kind of into it.
you look at it as a learning experience. I look at it as I don't want to be working on this damn thing.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, knowledge is power.
No.
I want to be okay. This is my ultimate goal in life, and I thought about this the other day. I want to be you when I'm 60, but I want to be knowledgeable about everything.
Are you saying I'm stupid
No.
or
Saying
ignorant?
No.
I'm ignorant
No.
of the new stuff.
No.
Or I'm
Limit
stubborn.
yourself.
I'm stubborn.
Yeah, very stubborn.
I don't want to learn the new shit because I don't care.
Right. I want to be that old guy that you're like, oh, I've got an airplane that doesn't work. And I'm like, bring it here. I got it.
Okay.
You know? Or I got a boat. Or I got an ATV. Or I got a truck. Or
I got a mini bike.
I got a, you know.
Side by side.
Yeah.
He knows I work on side by sides too.
Let's see. So I have to find an intake runner motor for a junk 2.7 for the junk 2.7 engine. What a gutless wonder of a motor. Dave says both sets of heads are 1966. The 396 block is a 67.
Oh.
Then All-Terrain says my G30 van has a garage belt 350, runs strong even after finding out the piston skirt is cracked. It's minor. Not cracked, just broke off, so it can't get any worse.
There you go.
Well, I'm still going. Yeah, Timex.
Yep.
Takes a licking, keeps on ticking.
Exit says, Uncle Buck, we are in the same boat. It's cool and all, but if I don't have to work on it, PT Cruiser, I'm not going to. I just want to do the fun stuff.
Yeah, I just at this point in my life, I just want to do the fun stuff.
Well, it's. I guess that's the difference between me and you. Is the fun stuff for me is learning. Is just the.
No, I learn something new every day. Like Friday, I learned a whole bunch of new stuff in the machine shop that I never even thought about.
Mm.
You know, they have a 30, 40-year veteran in a machine shop tell me stuff that he's learned over the years. You know, I mean, that was what I don't know fills buckets, you know.
Yeah.
But I mean, I'm still learning. I'll take that as a sponge, you know. you never thought about that. That's cool. I mean, okay, now I can make better decisions in the future because now I know more.
Right.
I just don't have any desire at all to work on anything like 92 or newer. I just don't. I mean, once they
green, you're no longer uncensored. You have to play
Testing,
nice.
testing. 1, 2, 3. Testing.
Can you hear Presley now?
Can you hear me?
Guess what? You're blinking now.
I am.
You're off.
Uh-oh.
Traven.
You're still uncensored.
Yes. What time is it?
10 to.
10 to 9?
10 to your own business.
10 to my own business. See the kind of disrespect I get from my daughter?
Wow, that's crazy.
I think, oh, that was the last one. It is 9:06. Okay. Oh, and I just wanted to point out that I looked up when that drag guy crashed. Don, what's his face?
Oh, Don the Snake Patrol?
Yeah, sure.
Or Don Garlitz.
That one.
March 8th, 1970.
1970.
That's when drag racing changed.
The transmission of his dragster exploded, resulting in the loss of half of his right foot.
Yep. And he said, F this, I'm not doing this no more. We're going to fix this. And that's when the engine went in the back.
Video of it on YouTube.
Well, he's got to get up early. I got to get up early. She'll definitely get up early with the boys since it's past 9 o'clock. Any last questions?
All Terrain says, how are you breaking in your flat
Tappet cams.
or have any horror stories? Exit says, if you guys can't tell, I have a serious bone to pick with Mopar/Chrysler, such a legendary brand that just lost sight of its core. And then, geez, guys, Dave says, we need you to bring your cordless impact. And Roy says, I'm in the same era. I don't like new stuff. With one exception is my 08 Taco.
Okay. Dave, what day you want me to bring it? Because I can't do it tomorrow because I got to go fix some stuff for the sister at her business. I could probably come up Thursday. And
Only if there's crawfish.
only what?
What?
Something about crawfish. I heard crawfish boils do.
I told her about your legendary crawfish boils. She's been like jonesing over it ever since.
Yeah, don't make me go back to Mighty Crab, Dave.
She doesn't want to go to Mighty Crab. No. Just Thursday or Friday, I can come up and I'll bring it to you. And what was the other questions?
How are you breaking in your flat?
Oh,
habits
okay.
Or have any horror stories?
I don't have any horror stories. But I got lots of assembly lube from the cam manufacturer, the cam lube. And I'll probably be ordering either Royal Purple or Amsol's break-in oil with the high zinc content. And it'll be run it for 20, 25 minutes, set the valves, 2,500 RPMs to get that cam broke in. Immediately after it's shut off, change the oil, put new oil in it, run that for an hour or a couple around town a little bit, whatever, and change it out pull the cut open both the filters, Wix filters. But that's what I'll be using Royal Purple or Amsol's break-in oil because it's got such a high zinc content. But the lifters that's in the new motor is the last set I got of the good ones. After that, I'll be doing
Make
roller.
sure you soak your lifters and let them sit for at least an hour or two in oil before you put them in
with
block.
the weep holes up so that all the air escapes out of it.
Yeah. Because the last thing you want to do is just.
Then you can also use a priming tool and prime them ahead of time. But this will probably be the last, unless I can get some kind of guarantee from some kind of cam company, and I don't think that's ever going to happen again when it comes to the flat tappets. So I'll be going after this engine. The big block's going to get a retro roller, but that's what I'm going to do.
Dave said, thanks for the great show. Dave said, Thursday, okay. Have a funeral tomorrow. Exit says, how can I get some of the real? It's not for you, Exit. It's mine. How can I get some of that real maple syrup? It's a rare thing out here in the high Arizona desert. And Baller says, hope there's videos on the 30-year veteran in the shop of knowledge. And then he said yes. And then All Terrain said, check lifter bore size and block. Check for crown. Check lobe taper. And Michael said, it's Uncle Buck's bedtime, LOL.
Well, not really my bedtime, but they both got to get up.
It's my bedtime.
It's his bedtime, and she'll get up. They woke up early by the boys. And, but yeah, I got a busy day ahead tomorrow. Okay, so Dave, after lunch, I'll be up to see you on Thursday. I'll bring you need the big torque wrench, or you just need the mini? You should have the mini.
You said
right?
impact.
Yeah, the impact, I mean, yeah, the big impact. You need the big one. You want the strong one, which is the Harbor Freight one, or you want the DeWalt one?
The fucking it's coming off one.
It's coming off one. Ugga chugga, yeah, that's the.
Oh yeah, no, there's been a couple of times because I use my little mini impact mostly, and then I'll break out the big one for like working on diesels and 3/4 tons, 1 tons and stuff like that.
Yeah. And
there's been a couple of bolts that I'll hit with my little mid torque. And he goes, I'll hit it and I'll go, that wasn't a question. And I'll take the socket out, take the battery out, put the little one out, grab the big one.
Yeah.
Bang!
This is not a conversation we're having. Yeah. Because
there's been very few times that I've hit it with the big one and it not come out.
I'll tell you what, I'll bring you the big DeWalt because I know you got batteries for it. So I'll bring you the big DeWalt.
Hit him with the
good night, gents.
Hit him with the fucking come to Jesus.
Roy says, good night, John Boy.
Good night, John Boy. Yeah. Grandson, John Boy. Okay, then.
Taking wheels and adapters off one of the 1 tons out back.
Oh, I'm glad you said that because I just need to borrow a seatbelt for the drag strip for March. Because I mean, apparently seatbelts for Silverado are expensive. They're like.
Have you looked on Market?
Well, but you did really, I mean.
Beggars can be
yeah, hey Dave, take good care of that 75 for me, okay?
And Baller says, not America from Canada.
No,
America.
Now, okay. Now, if you want to know how to get legit maple syrup, you make a trade like I did with another gentleman or another fan, and you trade T-shirts and stuff for maple syrup. Legit maple syrup, because that's what I grew up on. Being northern Wisconsin, I grew up on legit maple syrup. Yeah,
Dave
it's.
says,
Who does?
Dave.
Oh,
just like that.
Yep.
It will be mine. Just like that red truck. It will be mine.
Yeah, I didn't get a choice in that deal. Did not get a choice in that deal. Okay, we're gonna call it a night. Remember. B&A Engine Works, if you need machine work done, Summit Super Link.
Like and subscribe. Fourth channel.
Electronic torque wrench giveaway. Buy a piece of merch. Every little bit helps. And it's going to be a busy week, and we'll have a lot more to talk about on Tuesday. He's actually taking time out of his life to come and do this because, yeah.
I didn't give him a choice.
Oh, really? Well, I have to make sure that there's some food made of some kind that one likes, so.
What did you talk? I am a grown man. I can make that decision on my own.
No, you can't.
And
Yes,
then Train has one last question. Should I lock out my distributor for Muldrow and snap on the track?
On the track?
He said the trail.
Trail.
He's a
I would, yeah, that's
Yeah.
not a bad idea. Lock it out because you're not be doing highway mileage on it. I would lock it out. 8 to 10 degrees, you should be good.
Yeah.
Yep, 8 to 10 degrees. Just lock it out. Don't need to put a vacuum to it. Just put a cap on the carburetor and just put a cap on the distributor. Yep, no vacuum. All right, you guys have a good night. Appreciate y'all guys. We'll see you on Tuesday.
Yep.
Easy.